Hi folks, okay, so let's get on to our croquis drawing, alright? So step number 1 in the instructions is to draw a horizontal line, and then just down from that, leaving enough space in the centre to have just a slightly longer horizontal line. Now this is going to be shoulders and hip width. That's actually probably quite a bit wider. There we go, just a little bit wider. And we're going to then, in step number 2, is draw a smaller line in the centre. So we have 3 horizontal lines, all of different sizes. Now we're going to connect them into a sort of hourglass shape. Okay, can you already see that that's kind of like the top and bottom of the torso? Yeah, okay. Right, now it goes on to talk about how we're going to sort of curve this around, and obviously we're doing as many different body shapes as possible because nobody's got the same body shape, and in the most common croquis drawing they tend to all be very skinny, but that's not really lifelike, is it? So let's just do ours a wee bit more lifelike. So I'm going to make a sort of curvy lady, so I don't want anything to be too straight. I'm adding in my lumps and bumps because that is totally normal. Okay, rid of those guidelines now that I've kind of added in the shape that I want. And then up at the shoulders here, I'll just curve that a wee bit more as well because I'm not going to have straight shoulders. Alright, and I'm also going to add in just the top of the thighs as well, just to kind of help me there with my legs. Okay, so there's my torso. Now step number 3 talks about adding in the neck and the head. Okay, so following up from the shoulders, let's bring our neck up. And I'm going to start with a slight point, just a very slight point like so for the chin, and then bring my head up like so. Head should be able to fit inside your torso. There we go. Starting to see that this is quite a hippie lady, which is totally natural. I'm happy with that. Okay, number 4, step number 4, we're going to go into the legs now, and the legs basically go in this kind of fashion: thigh, knee, and then our shins at the bottom. So we're going to follow the curve at the top. Oh, meant to mention as well, if you're going to be doing a masculine shape, maybe try and make this a bit more angular and straight, maybe more of an athletic shape. You also can have a female shape being athletic as well. Remember, this is a non-gender biased classroom, and we can create whatever type of figure shape that we like. Okay, so let's bring these down a wee bit and follow our curve from here as well for the thighs. It's going to bring that in a touch because it's really quite wide. Proportion, there we go, just a wee bit narrower, there we go. Not everybody has a thigh gap, so it does not need to be a space in there. Right, okay, that's me brought them down. Alright, so now when I get to this knees, I'm going to quickly measure that thigh and bring it down from the knee to the foot. Measure this, because the top of the leg and the bottom of the leg should roughly be the same length. There we go. We can add in some knobbly knees. And then we'll get some foot shapes. So just a very basic shape like so. Add in some, take away some of these scratchy lines. It's not quite even in the middle, so I need to fix that. just adjusting some things the way that I want them. Okay, we have legs that are somewhat proportionate, but remember in the last couple of slides we were talking about croquis drawings and how their statement sort of style is having very long legs. Alright, so that's what we've still got going on here, but they are somewhat proportionate. Now let's add in our arms for the last bit here. We're going to use the same process as this, so the same sort of sausage shapes for the top and the bottom. I'm going to have my arms, I'm going to bring my shoulders out just a little bit and have my arms sort of down the sides of the body. So that's my two shapes there, and then just below the waist is where our elbows should be sitting. Then we can continue our arm down and have our wee hands kind of curved into the side. Alright, I'm going to get rid of this straight line here and here. Add in some more kind of curved shapes and here. Fantastic. Okay. Now I would love for you to take a picture of your croquis drawing at this stage before you add in any garments. That would be brilliant so that I could see the whole process. Alright, so you should have two images to turn in your croquis drawing and then further on from that with your garments designed on top of that and colour. So let's see how you got on with your croquis drawing.